If you watch my recent streams, you know, it's been a little bit rough lately, so I'm still dealing with the sickness. I got a pretty massive headache, so I won't be commentating too much, but I will chime in every now and then.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Giants.
No game.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here we go.
So he has all the abilities. Okay.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
This is actually the wrong play. Didn't mean to pick this one. Thought I was in a different formation.
This opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return.
So I knew he was coming on that one. So I knew that would be a blitz, but
with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. Well, he is out of bounds
Hold on.
inside the 30.
How in the world is the previous play showing? The heck? I don't see how I can see what game level this is on. This is weird.
30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
It's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
I thought I was on kickoff. Mind twisted, man, right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into
Nice
the
little
game,
nano
let it
there.
come to us.
Well, you went
And
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you
Nice
didn't go 3
little
and out. I
nano.
went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go to Barkley again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here we go. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away.
He should have won that rep. I don't know why he went over the top.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The line set to get going. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I wasn't trying to still run into him. I was trying to break off and go to the flats, but I couldn't.
They go play action with Jackson. That is caught with Rashad Bateman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he takes
Bam triangle, and I got no animation. That's an easy interception.
For 14 there and a 1st down.
Game giving me the business right now.
Taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Jackson now. Flushed out right. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's right there in your face, buddy.
Hamilton. The Giants had 10-6 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11, mighty.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Should have free for him, but my first read was there. I just missed it. It was too late to throw it.
We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Well, dang.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. 10-0.
Perfect read, perfect play call.
On EA Sports.
And I don't pull the trigger. Hesitated. That's why I don't like playing when I'm not mentally clicking. My mind is a beat behind.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes.
Just watch that back. I hate that animation. They made me run all the way down. I was just trying to stand there. And that's it. I hate that animation.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down. Now Jackson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point.
All good.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble.
That is
could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
In a way, that's not good news.
All you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble.
And usually,
they're really not going to review
usually
it.
those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
All righty.
On one, ready? So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches.
Thought I'd get a running animation there.
Losing yardage
I didn't.
back near midfield at the 49. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front.
In a minute, I'm going to have nobody to play the line. I'm going to mess around and get a decent.
A nice lane to hit.
Burrow looking to pass. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
How in the world?
The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their
He's
tight end
basically
try
running
and find
cover
some
two
space in
man
the middle
on
of the field,
pretty much
right in their
every third
quarterback's
down.
line of
So
vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here we go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
12, 11.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
that's great.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage.
Took him so long to wind up for that
could be a
one.
little more aggressive in the shorter zone and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither.
How does he rush for 1 yard and doesn't get a 4th and 1?
It'll be a turn. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards
block
there
right there,
on the
man.
return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
I'm fine, ready?
Burrow on play action. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 46 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that
man, you don't have to stop doing this to me in a minute.
When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go play action now. Jackson. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
And I just realized that we playing at home. I thought this was a road game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Catch made by Slayton. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Here we go. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play.
Good play by Primo there. He got lucky they gave him that using that
So that has him
player.
staring at a 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers,
That's
when
crazy.
I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2 drops. They got to catch those.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I'd have a leg to get there.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Jackson on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside.
Knew that was coming. Something told me to make them use contain. I just knew that was coming. Decided not to.
They can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off?
More insta rollouts.
The pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On 2.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink
That's
it
not
in
what I
this
wanted to
situation.
do.
Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and
Button
talk
hit
about
that.
it.
My finger hit that button, but that's not what I wanted to do.
Downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, Parker, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
These jokers ran into each other.
Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
11.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He could
Another nano.
get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on
Moving
3rd
people
down.
right into the gap.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Yep. I'm just watching the replay. He keeps moving people into the gap.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience
I can't
is
see
on
him.
both sides.
Like, I
Each head
literally
coach,
didn't see anybody
can you
out there.
hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense. Just
I'm not
playing
seeing
not
the
to
people
lose. I think with this team, you gotta
blitzing
figure
most
at this
times
point,
either.
this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really
Like,
try
it's,
to put the hammer down.
once they kind of get mixed up in that snow, I'm missing.
Gonna hurry back to the line now. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Here's Jackson to throw on second down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said
I
and
did
done.
not mean to dive like
A
that.
gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends
Positioning
really
was he
changed.
taking?
We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. That is caught.
I got no animation.
For a Raven touchdown.
That big fella right in his face, and I get no animation.
On the touchdown pass. And the Ravens are able to stretch
If you
out
rewind and watch the free safety, you'll see I stepped up and it made me jump forward. I hate those animations.
Very precise.
That's why I switched, because it put me on the wrong person. I mean, it put me in the wrong position.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Dropped for a loss
throw it
of
immediately
7 by multiple defenders.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there,
I know he's bringing the house right there.
growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And
Yeah,
now
he's
you've
just
got the clock
creating.
winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to full.
It's caught inside
He's
the
just creating on
25.
repeat.
Now a pause.
A
There's
bunch
an
of
injured
insta
Raven
pressure.
in need of some
That's all.
assistance. This is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And trouble trying the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Chubb on the read option. Right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play. Here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's get set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They begin with a run by Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. Oh, looking for Water, but this is intercepted. Well, offensively,
0 animation.
the silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score.
I hit triangle, I got no animation.
Turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right.
Too much air under that one, but
look at the empty
it
stairs
was
on
open.
that sideline. This is one of those
Too much
games
air.
where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will be very close to a first down.
That's
I see the
ridiculous.
closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To Barkley on the check down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Burrow looking to pass. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Burrow. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Here we go. Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time.
Why am I not getting any animation? That is an absolute god of a read right there. Getting 0 animation, man. That's crazy. Free safety steps up, dotted over his head. That's crazy. Either way, it's all good.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. That one goes for 13 yards.
He was out of position.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
Happened to R1?
They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Here we go.
That's crazy. R1 just ran straight to the cheat sheet.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action with Burrow. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Oh, I didn't realize I was off mute. But nah, that wasn't the pressure. That was actually just me floating right over there to the D tackle. I mean, D end.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
All right, GG's.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it
Why
would
the
seem
heck
as
is
if
he
their
running
three-game
plays
winning
here?
streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 58 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Lovely display, Primo.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the final seconds tick away
Little
in
stat
this
pad at the
Baltimore
end there.
victory. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I
Excuse
want
me.
to thank you for
Apologize.
bringing 2 things. The space
So,
heater.
bad way to
and
end the
hot chocolate.
season.
Those were a big help for us here
I
in the
knew
booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the
knew it
future,
wasn't
get
going to
your
be
own
an easy
space heater.
game, and
Okay,
then the
but
snow
which
definitely was
I
not
don't share
good,
very
but
often. But
just
it's sad to
wasn't
bring up,
clicking
like, the
on some of
12-year-old
my
and just admit,
reads, but
being
then
able to
also
watch this, and
for
let's
some
face
reason
it,
I
when
just
you were
wasn't
that
getting
age,
the
you didn't come
animations
inside
either,
until
which
mom
was
screamed, "Get
weird.
inside now, young
Bad
man,"
passing
because
game,
you wanted to be out there just having a good
rushing
time. And
game, a
actually, you
little
almost
empty
forgot just
calories,
how cold
58
it
at the
was.
end.
I'm sure these guys didn't, but they ended up playing just
Excuse
like
me.
those
2
12-year-olds
drops,
and
those were
getting it
key
done.
right before half, needed those.
So for the Ravens, a
They
win
dropped
here in
both of
Week
them.
18 means they'll finish off the regular
7 tackles
season in
for a
a very
loss. Lawrence
strong
that
12-5.
definitely 8.
And now they'll
Hodge got
await the
1 pick.
final
We should have
seeding
had
for the
2 others.
playoffs ahead.
I have no
Meanwhile,
idea
for the
why
Jets, the loss
they
means
weren't
they finish
giving
with a
me
mark of 10 wins
animations,
and
but they
7
weren't.
losses. And
So,
it's going to be finger-crossing
for whatever
time as we
reason,
await the final
that's the way they were
shakedown
doing it.
of
So,
this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon
but
Gaudin.
this
You've been
one,
watching the
a great
NFL
read.
on EA Sports.
Just didn't throw it with enough zip, and then I get 0 animation. No jump at all. That's no good. They don't have the other one in there. Okay. All right. GG's. Catch y'all on the flip. It's been fun. STE.